Great and beautiful morning, no evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to InvestData Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Welcome to no 484 edition of InvestData Trading Academy. Yes, I will tell you that the market across the globe are already rattled this morning. I can tell you that most of this matured market or global market are in red. Market reacting to what? Start to the tune of Trump to what? To high rates for sort tariff for some of the American partners in trade or trade partners, let's put it that way. And you can see that for Canada and Mexico is almost like 25% tariff on them and on the goods imported from that region, and also in China about 10% on it. And China also, they are heading toward for to they are already heading to what? Heading to China is already heading to the world, the World Trade Organization to address the issue of a tariff from Trump, and at the same time also saying that Canada and Mexico are not folding hand; they are about to also to retaliate on this issue, and that have signaled already what we call trade war. And don't forget that before this time, during the campaign, I always be saying that. Trump coming on board, we're going to see another trade war. Don't forget that in the first 4 years in office before now, we saw what happened and also how many companies that are operating international companies, how they were affected because most of them that are doing international was to take advantage of what we call a advantage, what we call a advantage, they won't call it in economics, to take a competitive advantage where they can produce at a cheaper rate and export to where they can sell high. And that, with this trade, tariff now, we're going to see that most of these international companies are going to what, going to kind of experience some hitches, and that we have seen already that most stocks, especially from those international companies that has Canada operation, and also even in Asia, we have seen that most of the those international stocks are in red, and if you can see that Asia market, let's start from there. Asia market has also plunged into red at this hour as we speak. We are seeing that across board we are seeing a sell-off as a result of what Trump declaration of trade tariff on China, Canada, and Mexico. I have said earlier that ignite already fear of what? Fear of global trade war, as I've mentioned at the beginning of this session. And this is going to have a root kind of risk sentiment and also going to have effect on the global economy if not addressed by also world leaders. We can also see that Japan, South Korea, and others in that region, most of them, their stock market are already down by more than 30% as we speak now in reaction to what? To this the trade tariff by Trump from US. You can see how statement policy direction has a way of also affecting company and other stuff. And that's why as a trader investor, you must pay attention to see how does this kind of policy, even in your home local market, how does government policy in one form or the other affect positively or negatively on sectors, on industry, as we can see also what happened about the new search machine that came on board. You can see that when it was launched, you can see that most of the big names in tech company so that their stock were all of southward as a result of what many people signing up to see the impact of that or to see the robustness of that. That also shook the market. I forgot the name, it just escaped my mind now. The name of this company that was newly listed in that AI or search engine industry. That pullback, but I believe that those pullback also an opportunity for other players to take advantage of those stocks in those market. It's very, very important. And also as we speak now, all eyes are still on more economic data coming from especially the Asia market, even in US, want to see the potential manager index for the month of January, knowing that is the first trading day of the month of February. And we're seeing that most of the business activities in Asia domain or Asia zone, we'll call it, most of them are still struggling. Most of their potential manager index in terms of business activities are below 50, and so that they are struggling. While only few are trying to cross the globe. These are also why all eyes are still in US market. This morning, US also stock also slumped backward to the southward as a result of what investors in that domain trying to represent that was slow, reacting to the decision of the president over the weekend. These are the things that is playing out not only in Asia market across. Why Europe market is also in that direction. For Europe, I also waiting to see. Even at Trump said that yes, Europe also be hit with tariff, but not time have not been fixed. These are the things that's also playing around the globe, and I'll tell you that most of the market are focused on this And like I said, as data from all this domain or this economic consequence of their project manager, and also this is also any season. We are seeing that most companies also in US were expecting to see results from companies like Google and others releasing their data for this period. This I think are going to change the trend of market. Even as also like last we saw that the oil market closed in red. Okay, what I mean oil market, crude oil. What expect to see whether it will be rebound this morning. As we see signal, we also let you know. But I believe that this trade war has kind of shook the market, and that is where the market is also responding as to speak right away. And investors are taking time to analyze this. And like I said earlier, that we're seeing that stock market is looking red, while dollar are soaring up. That's just to tell you that despite that on the short run, like what the president of US said, that there also be pains in US, but on the long run. But I tell you that this action is going to trigger inflation, and that is why I saw that last week you saw that the Fed in their meeting left rate was unchanged. And that's why in ECB we saw them also plan cutting rate further to kind of provide funds for the economy to strive or rebalance with all this issue of trade war. But this I think that you want to look at that as all eyes are still on labor data in US to see how all this is going to play out going to the week. And as earnings also hitting the market, investors are taking knowledge and also seeing how they can put in their portfolio in that direction. And that is why we are seeing that market direction is changing, not only in the mature market and also. But if you come back to see what is happening, like I mentioned Europe, but let's look at what is happening in Africa market. African market as we speak, I tell you that yes, there's a mixed market in African market, but market like Nigeria now is flat, or whether say NGS is flat at this point, just because of what we are seeing that there's no kind of improved demand for most high cap stock this morning because of what their impressive number, and that is the value that Nigeria market is putting on board for both institutional investors in Nigeria and foreign investors and retail investors. But your ability as a trader investor to take advantage of this is what matters at this point. That means it is time for us as traders here to come up now and make decision that also we can benefit from what the inherent value that our market would not have, even when our market is still on uptrend. If you look at the past 6 years, market has remained in the up direction, and sort of what these quality earnings that companies on the exchange have posted, even when this new company are listed or we're seeing a price of high capital going up, but it's because these companies are doing well, and that is why that's the major thing that investors should pay attention on. You must understand the company you are putting money, how is it doing? If the company is doing well, you know whether you should hold or not. But most of the companies on the exchange has perform well, looking at what the unaudited account that were released. And that is that the corporate managers in Nigeria understood very well the environment they operate in, and they're taking advantage of that to make sure that their company are posting well, even when they're taking advantage of all the inflation environment. But good thing that yes, their investors are not going to regret investing because companies have taken advantage of what is happening to remain in business. And that is how you see a strategic company that are on the exchange. And these are things that we should also learn, that if Nigeria as a corporate body can be given to those that understand how to run, I can think we can run this nation very well. Because looking at things that are happening in Nigeria, we wondering where are we going. But I believe that the relative stability we have seen in the FS, but now we're seeing that the dollar is on the rise. How are we going to manage it here in Nigeria, being what an import dependent economy where everything is imported, and also we are not encouraging what export or encouraging local production because of high cost of fund. Businesses are going down. But good news to say that yes, we have seen the project manager for January for Nigeria as released by Stanbic IBTC, and that shows that yes, we saw a little expansion. That means the data review that yes, Nigeria economic or business activity in the economy also recorded a slow growth, but good news that it is not below what 50. We are seeing that there was a marginal drop from 52.7 in December 2024 to around 52 point as to speak now. Good one. That means the rate of turnover, new orders also has also increased. That means demand is also increasing despite the low purchasing power in Nigeria. These are the things that we've also will considering when we are looking at what's talk. Like I said earlier, that earnings is very clear, and that's today. But our topic today, we're looking at our talking number on what on the aviation industry. or companies, let's put that way, want to see the numbers of this company, we look at the figures they posted, how robust is it, how attractive it is, and also look at how the chart of these companies is. Are the chart positive? You need to pay attention to it because it's very, very important for any analyst or what any player. If I've seen that the market itself, which is NGS, have been uptrend for 6 years. Yes, and I said something that if you remember that is as a result of what the performance of company on the exchange have supported the market itself, despite the new listing, the capitalization was saying, margin acquisition. If there is no positive number and the payout of these companies are not committed to their price, they will be going northward. But now they are going northward. We are seeing company moving, posting superlative numbers. Some numbers are too fantastic to mention. Some are standing. Any language you want to say fantastic, fabulous. But also we are seeing few that also result came below market expectation. And that few, if you look at it very well, some of them are misnumber that create an advantage of what we call a great opportunity, sorry, for investors that understand or that understand. I know if you understand the business model, see that the numbers are done. Like I always say that a day in a trend does not change. So a day pullback in a trend does not change the trend. A day as a market loss can see that uptrend. Also, a day pullback cannot change a forecast. That means you are seeing that yes, we are seeing a little number coming down for these companies. So look at what is the intent that number that these numbers are down. That's just of one is the FS issue that can be resolved. But if we are seeing relatively that we are seeing FS stabilizing between 1005 and 1006, if that can be stable for 2025, that would be good. That means market players or Nigerian businessmen can also plan with you. But where you plan and because of lack of consistency or stability of this naira, you can see that you can throw most of business into that. And now with high interest rate we are seeing, most of them have done well. That means if we are seeing relatively, we're going to see a reduced rate, we're going to see more companies churning out more number. And also don't forget that the police of data also is affecting some sector positively, and also increasing population is also affecting some, and also increasing sign up in also business also affecting some company positively. As a trader or investor, when this number come, you need to look at it to see exactly where the companies, where you are invested your money, where they are heading to. Once you're able to do this, I tell you that we are good to go. Before going into looking at these numbers I've mentioned, we're looking at the aviation, where we're talking about the Skywave, aviation, looking at the Cavaton and that of NACO. We want to look at the market itself first. Look at market data as we speak. And I'll tell you that market, this how I can see it here. Market is about kind of let's say it's like trending now. You can see it here to here. Market have gone up this morning, pull back, but as we speak, market is relatively flat right away. But if you look at the day range for today, market is within within 104 104,440 463.49 and 104,707.47. This is the range we are seeing this morning that market has made. But as we speak now, the market is already reading around 104,512, slightly up, but not in red. But you can see that the market is flat, I will tell you. But if you look at the market rate is also flat. We're having 19 gainers as we speak against the 18 losers. You can see it's almost balanced. The market is always apart. But we have seen that high cap stocks are the one moving the market right now. And those companies that also that has a positive, and we are seeing market reacting to it. But I believe that we're going to see market oscillation between now and end of March because of what as results are coming. I expect to see reaction as market have seen the account between now and end of the week or even next week. You see, investors digesting this number, trying to position before start seeing a what dividend announcement immediately that will start coming from those companies that has December year end that do not release quantitative account for the month of January, experiencing their quantitative account this month. This is where you should pay attention to. This company as they are coming, they're coming with dividend announcement and audited account. That's also market also look at it. What is the trend of this company and ahead of the year 2025 current financial year, what are you going to see their Q1 to look like? It's going to see the same trend. These are the things that many actually said between now and end of March, we're going to see market oscillating, and that is the good news of what any season that we expect to see increased liquidity, increased volume and all that. But that oscillation is what creates wealth for those that trade earnings. Because once you have entered as a breakout for where you enter, you see profit, take profit, come down, you move to another stock. These are the things that you do during any season like this. But as I said, the top gainers in the market now is what we want to look at. After seeing that we have seen the market trade at this social direction, I believe that as trader investors, we have seen them already in the market, and that is why we must pay attention to all these when you are trading. Is very, very important any market you are in. Yes, quick one. Now we have seen the technical direction or work of market data, but not doing technical market data of a mixed market. We have seen that market is flat, and why the market breadth is almost flat. 19 gainers against what 18 losers as we speak. Quickly, we look at those numbers that we have we started earlier. Said the topic for today. Today we're starting with what the number that came from Skyway Aviation Holding Company, which is a short term called SACO in the industry. But if you look at this number that were released, you can see that we have two numbers here. One for the for the 3 months that ended December, that means from October to December, and that of what January to what December. You see the figure that were that were released from this company and give you an insight what you should expect and also what is their payout before now and what is what the price doing, because it's very, very important. You have to relate price with earnings, and that's why you have your PE ratio. When you relate price with earnings, you need to know exactly where the company is going. Is the company grossly undervalued or overvalued? PE ratio is the shortest way to evaluate or to kind of do evaluation for any stock. I will tell you that, because it will tell you how long you're going to wait in that company if their earnings remain like this. You also know if the company earnings going to improve, it's going to shorten your waiting and it become attractive for you also invest in that company as we speak. Yes, look at this data because we start with what. Look at the profit and loss account. We'll probably look at the balance sheet, and also then and also look at what the cash flow. But start from what Skyway has done for the year ended 31st December 2024. But for the 3 months, which is the 90 days that end the last quarter of the year, you can see there's improvement in the top line of this company. Revenue about up from 4.9, let's say 4.9 or 4.5 billion to about 8.81 billion. You can say this is a good rate for in terms of growth. For the last 90 days period, you can see what the company did. Also, at the same time, go back and see their numbers. I'm looking at the top, the bottom line now for the 3 months. You can see that it moved from 1.15 billion to 1.6 billion. You can see almost a flat number for the period. We saw a good top number, but because of cost of operation and others, that you can see that it also affected them and put most of these companies have taken advantage, even the high cost, to turn around their company to to kind of earn in profit, which is good. But if you look at the 12 months performance, putting from first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter, I think there is a movement from 6.55 billion to 28.93 billion for the top line of this company. And for me, it's a good one, even when cost of sales or all over increase. But you can see direct cost has also moved from 8.35 billion to 12.51 billion for the period under review. You can see that the growth also in cost is also high. But at the end of the day, after we have factor in the tax, the expenses, income expenses, and also what's called finance expenses and all, you can see that at the end of the day we are seeing a strong bottom line for the year compared to audited account of 1.95 billion to 6.17 billion. For me, it's a good one for the company. At the end of the day, what matters if we want to look at what the earning per share for the you can see the earning per share moved from 1 naira 44 kobo to 4 naira 56 kobo for the year 2024. Good one. This is a pointer. This is a company that pays now 25 kobo, 50 kobo no dividend. But with this more price was saying, any was saying, expect to see around the 1 naira or 80 kobo. But a 1 naira dividend for stock that's selling almost above 30 naira. So say what it? These are why you look for value for where there is value. But for this also, because of the tight shareholding structure between just like a family business, that also have made the share not to be available, and the share issue is relatively small, and that's why the price has been sustained all this while. But if you look at the balance sheet, the balance sheet is not so doing bad. This is a report balance sheet. You can see that total assets move from 34.01 to almost 40. You can see these are the things that you should look at your balance sheet. 42.1.22 billion. This for me it's a good one. At the end of the day, like I said, that share issue is very, very small. You can see that from here as well share capital is also reviewed. You can see it's relatively small at the end of the day. But good thing also, you can see that the retained earnings of this company is also strong, from 6.4 billion to almost 12. That is more than almost 100%. Good to say that even with statutory review on exchange gain, also you can see that the exchange gain or reserve or exchange foreign exchange reserve also improved from 1.something billion. And see that this is a robust balance sheet at the end of the day. and for me, it's a good one. We'll quickly look at the cash flow of this company to see what their cash flow is saying about this company. Cash flow, we are seeing cash flow here nowadays. Cash flow is very, very important because in any analysis we are doing, after the top line and bottom line are in green and looking up, if the cash flow is looking down, it's a matter of time that the company cannot meet up their short no responsibility in their business. That also might lead toward the business going into what into posting a negative account. But if you look at the cash flow, what I look most is the operating cash flow. If you look at the net inflow from the operating cash flow, you can see that it's positive from 1.42 billion to 5.21 billion. For me, this is a good one for this company. But one thing that you should know that if you look at the turnover of this company for the period under review, and we want to go to look at another company, don't forget that we are seeing 16 billion to 28 billion. But we look at one of the low price in that industry, because in this industry, if you show the major operators in terms of services are what are these two companies here. Yeah, but you can see majorly NACO and SACO, but I'll tell you that Capaton is part of them. Also has a work for rendering service in that industry for companies that move forward, from to offshore for rig and all those all those activities by the seaside, or they are in charge, they move the passengers clients from one place to the other, which is also good for them. As I say, they are part of those that are rendering service in that industry. But if you look at the company's account for the year ended, yes, you can see that the numbers are mixed, but I'll tell you that there's still some things you should point out. If you look at the top line, which is the revenue for this company and for the group, you can see that it's far, far higher than that of what of Sacco. How much is Sacco? Almost 30 naira. Yes, Sacco is a profit, but a company that is expanding in top line from 31.99 billion to 45.6 billion for the group. For me, it's a good one. Why at the end we have seen that loss from FS has also hit this company, as we speak. That also have contributed to having this negative. We are seeing, you can see that the net exchange difference is probably what put about 43.49 billion. At the end of that threw the company bottom line to a negative of what 50 billion. You can see that this is even almost higher, negative higher than what the top line is up. But you can see what happened. I believe that when you go to sort this out, that's why I say you must pay attention and see where it's going to know the cost, where it's coming. Is it one-off thing? Yes, we see legislative stability in effect. If it will stabilize with this company, we're able to start raking in money that our investor will benefit from. Because when a company is posting a loss, shareholders or investors will benefit. But traders can challenge of pull back in price and not make money in short term. But the real investors in this company are about to wait and see that. No, let's quickly look at also the balance sheet here. The balance sheet of this company, I will tell you that you have to look at it very well and see what the total asset is. You can see that if you look at the total assets for the period, we'll see that the balance sheet is also not too strong. We'll see a decline in total assets from about 79 billion to 0.3 to almost 52. And also, I'll tell you that there are also factors starting from the cost we saw earlier. All this also affecting some also deferred tax also. Well, they have not. These are things that also affecting the company. But I believe that going to the future, they're able to sort themselves out and also destabilize, and that will be a good news for the company. But already you are seeing that the retained earnings of this company is negative, not only in 2024, but that extension from what they had in 2020, about 8.9 billion retained earnings, negative retained earnings. Now to having a negative 58, you can see what imagine what it is. But also, we can finally look at what the cash flow of this company. Look at the cash flow. The cash flow for me is not looking badly, but because of the negative retained earnings, and which also as a function of unseen effects affecting them. But you can see that we are seeing an improvement from negative 3.1 to 50.1. But let's just say you must look at this cash flow operating, because it's very, very important to understand how to apply it. Now that it's looking up, we're seeing a top line going up. Let's see how they're coming out. Like I said, if they're able to have stability in the FS market, that will help most of the companies in Nigeria to stabilize. Yes, to stabilize. Quick one, look at the this leader in that industry in ramification. I'll tell you that NACO have demonstrated leadership in price, in payout, and also in number. You can see that NACO has remained the toast of investors for almost past the world, almost past 3 years. NACO have been trending up in the market, going from a low as high as 7 naira to almost 60 naira, That is what is happening in that kind of company. I can see consistency, and it's consistency, like I said at the beginning of this class, when you see a market going up, something is behind that market. Also, company price, that's that when the company performance is top notch, we're about to see this kind of movement. That we have seen also in NACO as we speak. NACO number, if you check, the 3 months activities and the, and the 12 months, you can see that this company have done excellently well for the period. You can see this for the 9 months here. You can see it here for 2024. The 9 months for 2023, you can see for October to December for 9.86 billion to 19.26. You can see this is more than 100% growth at the top line. You can see, and also that also reflected also in the what in the top line for the whole year from 28 point no 88.4 billion to 53.21 billion for the top line for Iran. And it's going to be a company that have been in existence for more than 4 decades, almost 41 to 42 years, and consistently they have been posting a positive number, and investors have been rewarded handsomely in this company. You can see it reflecting on their number. At the end of the day, you can see that this company also have taken advantage of what even they were seeing that FS here have been a plus also for them, not negative thing for them, and that are also reflected in their number before now, and that have been constantly also showing to show that yes, they have taken advantage of what even that before now, and also the numbers are looking what are not looking bad at all. If you come to where investors pay attention, which is I tell you after you are factoring in operating costs, the cost of sale, and other incomes, and all of them, all expenses, admin, what you look at what's the profit after tax, and that you can see that profit after tax for this company move from what from 5.54 billion to 12.87 billion. On this translate to what an earning per share of what 66 naira 60 kobo as we speak against 2 naira 84. And don't forget when they had 2 naira 84, investors were given about 2 naira 54 kobo as dividend. And this company has constantly paid robust dividend compared to their earnings. And now you can see what percentage is that when they are paying 54. And now you are seeing already to that. Are you expecting that this company will pay anything less than 4 naira? I will tell you, don't expect anything less than 4 naira from them. I'm seeing 4 naira and above, and if it come, that will be a good thing for the price. And if they pay 5 naira, that will push the price to where I can see that. And just look at the price of the price of transport also, where NACO is almost the same price. Can you compare the dividend, even the value that we are seeing in in terms of dividend payout? You can see it, what investors are getting more value in NACO in terms of dividend reward. That we expect that this also keep NACO up in industry. Like I said, none can be compared with their payout in the industry where it operates. For me, it's this standout for NACO, and consistency have supported this price. And if you go to their balance sheet, I'll tell you that their balance sheet is touch not, which you can see for yourself. Total assets from 27 to 45, which is also good. For me, it's a good one. And this company have also continued to work, expand their handling business. Many companies, both international and local, are still signing up with with NACO because of what their expertise, and also because of their level of work competent in the industry and handling the work. They are not only that, they are expanding their business into exporting food items and away from Nigeria. No, these are things way of making money for them. And not only that, like I said, they are also signing up more companies, and these are things that will generate more money for NACO. I see a lot of potential for this company. For those that are long-term investor, your dividend consistent, and also the management are focused on what on delivering value for investor. I think these are the things you should pay attention. If you look at the retained earnings of this company, it also tell you speak value for you from 9.4 billion to 17 point as retained earnings. Why would not pay good dividend? This is say that this company is well run. Also, you should look at it for those that are looking for value. As you are looking at, quickly look at the the cash flow before finally go to chart to look at the chart of this company. It's very, very good. I'll look at the chart of the company before we conclude. Let's look at it. Let's quickly see. Yeah, this is the see the cash flow here. It's very, very important now. Pay attention to cash flow. This is the cash flow, but look at the net operating cash flow. What I would say you need to see there. The net operating cash flow. This for insurance. This for this for invested. This for finance. But we're looking at what for net operating from operating cash. You can see from 4.37 billion to 11.1 three, for me, it's a strong one for for us to pay attention. Say that this company is headed somewhere as investors should also look at it. Quickly go back to our chart to see what the chart is saying about this company. Let's quickly look at this company I just discussed today. Let's look at NACO in the market, looking at live chart, where are this company be and where is it going? And for you to get really channel to good data, or let's take turn this chart to, because this is a live chart. You can see that the market also for today, you can see has gone up, but buyers and sellers in stock are keeping the price at what, at 54, after touching as high as 60 the previous day, before coming down to close at what, at 54. This morning it has gone up again to almost 55 890 of 56 before coming down, but in between I can see that it's selling around what, 54.90 right away. But for us to get this, let's quickly look at the 1 month chart for this stock. You can see 1 month chart for this stock. I can start at 1 month chart. Start from 2020, 2022. Look at the trend. That is a long trend. You can see this stock. Look at how the stock has started. For how many years? 2000, 2003, 2004, 2005. That's how many years now? Almost 4 years. This stock has been trending up as low as was 7 naira. For those that are in class on Saturday, I mentioned it. This is almost like 2 naira now. You can see that from as low as many price that the stock started trending up to this where it is today. We need to pay attention to all this. It's very, very important as trader or investor to know. And this consistency is a very good one. But if you look at the volume traded so far, you can see that even this morning we are seeing a good volume on the stock, almost relatively above, on a monthly chart for the month. Now I can see that good volume is coming. But for me, it's the trend that we are seeing a strong trend in the stock. But let's look at for Carbaton, then we'll also look at for. So I think that we should also pay attention to when we are trading. After we have seen the numbers, you can see here the difference between this trend and this trend we will feel. You can see where this one coming from, and as a result of all the oscillating performance. This company performance have not been consistent. For years they have not paid dividend to the investor because of power number. You cannot see it reflecting. Also, that there's a little recovery in recent year from 2023. You can see that it was looking up for pullback here, try to go up again. But it has in 2024, sorry, that's towards the end of the year. You can see that it has rallied small aside almost 30 to 4 naira for something, almost 5 naira sorry, before pulling back. You can see it here on this the monthly chart. You can see the position of the stock now, most red now. But good thing is that the stock is still on the uptrend. If we draw a trend here on the monthly chart, it's still very, very strong. But I see that the pattern we're seeing here is not that of NACO. It's a result of performance. Finally, let's look at that of Aviation to see what it looked like, so investor to benefit from this company. It's very, very important that you pay attention to all this, because this has a way of guiding you as a trader or investor when you are making your investment decision. You must know what is happening there. These are also, you can see that in that same direction. I think there's oscillation here. This one started also from after side trending for a long time. See, it moved up, it pulled back. It was also for this period. But see, here came down. But we'll see consistent movement, trading up, trend forward for NACO. So there are different patterns in terms of price action of this three companies we just show now. But quickly, let's go back to the market and see to round up our class for today. Let's look at our time. Our time is fast spent. We might not do much on the market again because of our time. We'll continue our discussion hopefully by God grace next week, so we can now talk more on the market as as we have started already this week. But today is the first trading week for the month of February, and the market is starting on a good note in Nigeria. This is the 30 LGS 30 index. You can see also transform also a cup here, or a saucer here. Sorry, put a saucer, and this is saucer on the monthly chart. Anything on saucer, you can see where we go. These are pointed that the market is likely also to continue in the green in 2025, because the heartbeat of our market and our economy is what is NGS 30. You can check those stuff that are there. On this note, I will say thank you. See you on Wednesday, hopefully by God. Bye.